Commander X9 watched his own crew leave him to die. The escape pods launched one by one, carrying his trusted officers away from their failing ship. The small metal capsules flew into the dark space like silver bullets. Each pod that left took another piece of his hope with it. But they didn't know what was coming next. The bridge was dark now. Red warning lights flashed everywhere. Sparks flew from broken control panels. The air tasted like smoke and fear. X9 stood alone in the center of it all. His 6 arms hung at his sides. His purple skin had turned pale gray from shock. "Systems failing," the computer said in its cold voice. "Hull breach in sections 4 through 7. Life support at 30%. X9 looked at the empty chairs where his officers used to sit. Just 2 hours ago, they were his loyal crew. They called him Commander with respect. They followed his orders without question. Now they were gone. It all started when the pirates attacked. The enemy ships came out of nowhere. 20 black vessels with red markings. They surrounded X9's cargo ship like hungry wolves. Their leader's voice had filled the bridge with cruel laughter. "Surrender your goods, Zeltharian scum," the pirate captain had said, "or we'll take them from your dead bodies." X9's crew had looked to him for orders. He was their commander. He was supposed to protect them, but the pirates had better weapons. Vaster ships, more experience. The first attack hit their engines. The ship shook like an earthquake. Officers fell from their chairs. Warning alarms screamed through the corridors. "Commander!" His first officer, X4, had shouted. "We can't fight them all." "Retreat to the escape pods," X9 had ordered. It was the smart choice, the safe choice. In Zeltarian culture, the strong survive. The weak are left behind. But as the crew ran to the pods, something went wrong. X9's leg got trapped under a fallen beam. Metal and wires pinned him to the floor. Pain shot through his body like fire. "Help me," he had called to his crew. They stopped. They looked at him. But then X4 shook his head. "The weak must fall so the strong can live," X4 said. It was an old Zeltharian saying. "Goodbye, Commander." One by one they left him, his own crew, his own people. They climbed into the escape pods and flew away. They chose to save themselves instead of helping their wounded leader. That was 2 hours ago. Now X9 sat alone on his dying ship. He had freed himself from the metal beam, but his leg was broken. Blood ran down his scales. The pirates had taken everything valuable and left. They didn't even bother to finish him off. "Oxygen at 20%, the computer announced. Estimated time remaining, 4 hours. 4 hours to live. X9 closed his eyes. This was how Zeltharians died. Alone, forgotten. The strong moved on while the weak stayed behind. He thought about his home world, the grey cities under the red sun, the harsh mountains where only the toughest creatures survived. His people believed strength was everything. Kindness was weakness. Helping others was foolish. Maybe they were right. Maybe he deserved this. But something inside him refused to give up. With his good arm, he reached for the communication panel. The screen was cracked but still worked. He typed in a distress signal. "This is Commander X9 of the cargo vessel Storm Rider," he recorded. "Ship is damaged. Life support failing. If anyone receives this message..." He stopped. What was the point? No one would come. No one would risk their lives for a stranger. Still, he finished the message. "Coordinates are included. X9 out." He sent the signal into space. It would travel for light years in all directions. Maybe some ship would hear it. Maybe they would think about helping. But probably not. The galaxy was a cold, dark place where everyone looked out for themselves. X9 leaned back in his command chair. The red lights kept flashing. The alarms kept ringing. His oxygen kept running out. Then something impossible happened. A beep came from the communication panel. An incoming message. X9's heart started beating faster. Someone had heard his distress call. The screen flickered to life, but the face that appeared wasn't Zeltharian. It wasn't any species he recognized. The creature had pink skin, small eyes, and strange hair on its head. "Don't worry," the alien said in a warm, gentle voice. "We're coming to help." X9 stared at the screen in shock. Help? A stranger was offering to help him? That was impossible. It went against everything he knew about the universe. The ship that answered wasn't from any species he knew. The voice that came through the comm was strange, warm, and said something impossible. "My name is Captain Sarah Chen of the starship USS Mercy. Hold tight, friend. We'll be there in 20 minutes. Friend?" No one had ever called him that before. When the human ship docked with his vessel, X9 prepared to die. In his world, strangers meant enemies. But what Captain Sarah Chen did next broke every rule he knew about the galaxy. The USS Mercy appeared on his screens like a metal giant. It was 3 times bigger than his cargo ship. White and blue colors painted its hull. Strange symbols covered its sides. Zex-9 had never seen anything like it. "This is Captain Chen," the warm voice said again. "We're going to dock with your ship now. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid." Zex-9 almost laughed. Fear was all he knew. Fear kept Zeltharians alive. It made them strong. But this human's voice was so gentle, so calm it confused him. The docking took 10 minutes. Zex-9 heard metal connecting to metal, air hissing through tubes. His broken ship shook as the 2 vessels joined together. Then he heard footsteps, multiple footsteps coming toward the bridge. Zex-9 tried to stand. His broken leg screamed with pain. He fell back into his chair. If these humans wanted to kill him, he couldn't fight back. He was too weak, too damaged. The bridge doors opened with a soft whoosh. 3 humans walked in. The leader was a small female with dark hair tied back. Her uniform was clean and neat. Behind her came 2 larger humans carrying strange boxes. "Commander Zex-9?" the female asked. She looked at him with concern, not anger. "I'm Captain Sarah Chen. Are you hurt?" Zex-9 stared at her. She wasn't pointing a weapon at him. Her hands were empty. Her voice was kind. This made no sense. "Why are you here?" he asked. His voice was rough from breathing bad air. "You called for help," Chen said. She stepped closer slowly like she didn't want to scare him. "We heard your distress signal." "But you don't know me," Zex-9 said. "I'm not your species. I'm not your friend. Why would you risk your lives for a stranger?" The captain smiled. It was a strange expression. Zeltharians never smiled. Showing happiness was showing weakness. "Because that's what people do," she said. "We help each other." The 2 humans behind her opened their boxes. Inside were medical supplies, food packages, and tools. They moved around his broken bridge, checking systems and fixing what they could. "Your leg is badly hurt," Chen said, kneeling beside his chair. "Dr. Martinez, can you help him?" One of the humans came over. He had gentle hands and a kind face. "This might hurt a little," he said as he examined Zex-9's leg. Zex-9 winced as the doctor worked. But the pain was different now. It was the pain of healing, not dying. "I don't understand," Zex-9 said to Captain Chen. "My own crew left me here. They said the weak must fall so the strong can live. That's how our people survive." Chen's face grew sad. "That sounds like a very lonely way to live." "It's the only way we know," Zex-9 said. "The universe is cruel. Everyone fights for themselves. Only the strongest survive." "Maybe on your world," Chen said. "But humans believe something different. We believe we're stronger when we help each other, when we work together." The 3rd human finished fixing the life support system. Clean air began flowing through the bridge again. The red warning light stopped flashing. "Your ship can't make it to a safe port," Chen told him. "The damage is too bad, but we can take you to Starbase 7. They have good doctors there. Good engineers too. You would do that?" Zex-9 asked. "Take an alien stranger on your ship?" "Of course," Chen said. "That's what friends do." There was that word again. Friend. Zex-9 had never had a friend before. In Zeltarian culture, everyone was either stronger or weaker. Everyone was either useful or useless. No one was ever just a friend. "Why?" he asked. "What do you gain from helping me?" Chen thought for a moment. "Nothing, I suppose. We don't gain anything physical, but helping others makes us feel good inside. It makes us better people." Better people. Zex-9 had never heard that phrase before. Zeltharians tried to be stronger people, smarter people, richer people, but never better people. Over the next hour, the humans helped him move to their ship. They gave him a clean room with a soft bed. They brought him food that actually tasted good. They checked on him every few minutes to make sure he was comfortable. Zex-9 lay in the human bed staring at the ceiling. Everything he had learned about the universe was wrong. There were actually species out there who helped strangers, who cared about others, who chose kindness over strength. As the USS Mercy traveled through space, Captain Chen came to visit him. "We're heading toward the outer rim," she said. "There's a trading station there where we can drop you off safely." Zex-9 nodded. But then a cold fear filled his chest. "Captain," he said slowly, "the outer rim. That's where the pirate fleets hunt." Chen's face grew serious. "What pirates?" "The same ones who destroyed my ship," Zex-9 said. His voice was barely a whisper. "Captain, You're taking your ship straight into their territory." As they traveled together, Zex-9 learned something that changed everything. The humans weren't just helping him. They were heading straight into the same pirate territory that destroyed his ship. The pirate fleet had been hunting human ships for months. Now they had the perfect trap. And Zex-9 realized he might be the key to saving or destroying his rescuers. Captain Chen's face went pale when Zex-9 told her about the pirates. She called her officers to the bridge immediately. The USS Mercy's command center filled with worried humans. "How many ships?" Chen asked Zex-9. 20 warships, he replied. "Maybe more by now. They move in 3 attack groups. Fast and deadly. Can we go around their territory?" asked Commander Williams, Chen's first officer. Zex-9 shook his head. "It would take weeks. Your fuel won't last. And they have patrol ships watching all the safe routes." The humans looked at each other with concern. Zex-9 could see the fear in their eyes. But it wasn't the selfish fear of his people. It was fear for each other, fear for their friends. "We have to warn the other human ships," Chen said. "There's a small convoy following behind us. 3 cargo vessels with families aboard." Zex-9 felt something strange in his chest. These humans were worried about strangers they had never met. On his world, each family would run and save themselves. But humans wanted to protect everyone. "It's too late," Zex-9 said quietly. "They're already here." The bridge screens lit up with red dots. 20 pirate ships dropped out of hyperspace around them. Black vessels with red markings surrounded the USS Mercy like hungry sharks. "This is Captain Crix of the Bloodfang Fleet," a cruel voice filled the bridge. "Surrender now, humans. We want your ship and everything on it." Zex-9's blood turned cold. He knew that voice. It belonged to the same pirate who had destroyed his cargo ship. The same one who had laughed while Zex-9's crew abandoned him. "Battle stations," Chen ordered. Her crew ran to their posts. Weapons powered up. Shields activated. But Zex-9 could see the numbers on the screens. 1 human ship against 20 pirates. His rescuers were going to die because they had stopped to help him. The first pirate attack hit their shields. The ship shook violently. Sparks flew from control panels. An officer fell and hit his head on the floor. "Shields down to 60%, someone reported. More attacks came. The pirates were playing with them, like cats playing with a mouse before killing it. Zex-9 had seen this before. "They're not trying to destroy us yet," he told Captain Chen. "They want to capture the ship intact." "That gives us maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes for what?" Chen asked. Zex-9 looked around the bridge, at the humans who had saved his life, at Captain Chen who had called him friend, at Dr. Martinez who had healed his broken leg. In his culture, this was the moment when everyone would save themselves. When the weak would be left behind so the strong could escape. When friendship meant nothing and survival meant everything. But these humans had shown him a different way. "I know their tactics," he said. "I know how they fight. I know their ship weaknesses. Will you help us?" Chen asked. It was a simple question, but for Zex-9, it meant choosing between everything he had been taught and everything he had learned from the humans. "Yes," he said. "I'll help you fight them." Chen smiled at him. That strange human expression that showed happiness and trust. "What do you need?" she asked. "Access to your tactical systems," Zex-9 said, "and a direct communication line to their fleet commander." As the pirate attacks continued, Zex-9 worked at a computer station. His 6 arms moved quickly across the controls. He had fought beside these pirates before. He knew their ships, their weapons, their favorite attack patterns. "They always attack in the same way," he told the human officers. 3 groups of ships. The first group attacks from above, the second from below. The third waits to capture survivors. "How do we stop them?" Commander Williams asked. "We don't stop them," Zex-9 said. "We make them stop each other." On the main screen, more pirate ships appeared. The small human convoy that had been following behind them dropped out of hyperspace right into the trap. 3 human cargo ships, the sensor officer reported. "They don't have weapons. Just families trying to reach the colonies." Captain Chen's jaw tightened with anger. "We have to protect them." The pirate ships moved into attack position. 20 warships against 4 defenseless human vessels. It wasn't a battle. It was a massacre waiting to happen. But Zex-9 had spent the last few minutes studying the pirate formation, and he had discovered something important, something that could change everything. "Captain," he said quietly, "I need to tell you something about the pirate fleet commander, something that will shock you." Chen turned to look at him. What is it? Zex-9 took a deep breath. What he was about to say would break the most sacred law of his people. It would make him a traitor to his own species. But these humans had shown him that some things were more important than old laws. The pirate captain, he said. Captain Crix of the Bloodfang fleet. He's my brother. The battle began badly. 3 human ships were already burning. But Zex-9 had one final secret about the pirate leader, something that could turn the entire fight around. Zex-9 revealed the pirate captain's greatest weakness, but using this knowledge meant betraying his own species' most sacred law. The choice would change him forever. The bridge went silent. Every human officer stared at Zex-9 in shock. Captain Chen's mouth opened, but no words came out. Your brother? She finally asked. The pirate captain is your brother? Zex-9 nodded slowly. His purple skin had turned dark with shame. Crix was his name before he became a pirate. We served together in the Zeltharian defense fleet. He was my second in command. Another pirate attack hit their shields. The ship shook violently. Red warning lights flashed across the bridge. Shields down to 30%, someone reported. Why didn't you tell us before? Commander Williams asked angrily. Because in our culture, family bonds are sacred, Zex-9 said. To betray family is the worst crime possible. Worse than murder, worse than anything. Captain Chen looked at him with understanding, not anger. But you're going to help us anyway? Zex-9 looked at the main screen. The 3 human cargo ships were trying to run from the pirates. But they were too slow, too weak. Women and children were aboard those ships. Families trying to build new lives on distant worlds. Yes, he said. I choose you. Chen placed her hand on his shoulder. A gesture of friendship and trust. What do you know about your brother that can help us? She asked. Zex-9's 6 arms moved across the control panel. Information about the pirate fleet appeared on the screens. Crix always keeps his command ship in the center of the formation, he explained. He thinks it makes him safe, but it also makes him a target. We can't break through 20 ships to reach him, Williams said. We don't have to, Zex-9 replied. My brother has one weakness. He's proud. Too proud. If I challenge him to single combat, he'll accept. Single combat? Chen asked. You mean one ship against one ship? It's an old Zeltharian tradition, Zex-9 said. If someone challenges your honor, you must accept or be called a coward forever. The pirate attacks continued. The USS Mercy's shields were failing. One of the human cargo ships was already on fire. Do it, Chen said. Challenge him. Zex-9 opened a communication channel to the pirate fleet. His brother's ugly face appeared on the main screen. Crix had scars across his face and metal implants in his skull. He looked like a monster. Well, Crix laughed. My weak little brother. Still alive, I see. I challenge you, Crix, Zex-9 said formally. Single combat. Your ship against this one. Crix's laughter stopped. The other pirates would be listening. If he refused, they would think he was afraid. You always were stupid, little brother, Crix said. Fine, single combat it is. When I kill you, these humans will watch you die. If you win, Zex-9 said. But if I win, you let the human ships go free. Agreed, Crix said. Prepare to die. The communication ended. The pirate ships pulled back into a wide circle. Only Crix's command ship remained close to the USS Mercy. Can we win this fight? Chen asked quietly. I don't know, Zex-9 said honestly. His ship is bigger, stronger, but I know how he thinks. Then we trust you, Chen said. All of us. The battle began with Crix firing first. Massive energy beams hit the USS Mercy's shields. The ship spun sideways from the impact. Return fire, Chen ordered. Human weapons shot back at the pirate ship. But Crix's shields absorbed most of the damage. He's too strong, Williams said. Wait, Zex-9 said. He was watching his brother's attack pattern on the screens. He's making the same mistakes he always made. Crix attacked again and again. But each attack came from the same angle, the same direction. Zex-9 remembered their training days together. His brother always used the same tactics. Turn the ship 15 degrees to port, Zex-9 told the pilot. That will expose our weak side, Williams protested. Trust me, Zex-9 said. The ship turned. Crix saw the opportunity and fired everything he had at their exposed side. But at the last second, Zex-9 shouted, now! Full power to starboard thrusters! The USS Mercy spun away from the attack. Crix's weapons missed completely. And now his ship was in the perfect position. Fire all weapons at his engine section, Zex-9 ordered. Human weapons tore into the pirate ship's engines. Explosions lit up space like fireworks. Crix's ship went dead in the water. Impossible! Crix's voice screamed over the communication system. You never change, brother, Zex-9 said sadly. You always attack the same way. You never learned. More explosions rocked the pirate command ship. Systems failed one by one. Finally, the ship broke apart in a ball of fire. Zex-9 watched his brother die. Part of him felt sad, but part of him felt free. The other pirate ships saw their leader destroyed. Without Crix to command them, they fled into hyperspace. The human ships were safe. We did it, Chen said with relief. But Zex-9 stared at the empty space where his brother's ship had been. He had won the battle. He had saved the humans, but he had also broken the most sacred law of his people. Victory was theirs, but Zex-9 now faced a terrible choice. Return to his harsh world as a hero, or stay with the humans who showed him a different way to live. Zex-9 stood at the crossroads of two worlds. Behind him lay everything he'd ever known. Ahead waited a strange new family that chose love over strength. His decision would echo across the galaxy. The human fleet celebrated victory together. Captain Chen opened the communication channels between all the ships. Voices filled with joy and relief came through the speakers. Families thanked each other. Crew members shared stories of the battle. Zex-9 watched in amazement. On Zeltharian ships, victory meant silence. The strong took credit. The weak were forgotten. But humans celebrated together. They shared their happiness with everyone. Look, Dr. Martinez said, pointing to the main screen. 3 human ships were rescuing pirates from the wreckage. The same pirates who had tried to kill them minutes before. Human medical teams were treating wounded enemies with the same care they gave their own people. Why are you helping them? Zex-9 asked Chen. They tried to destroy you. Because they're hurt, she said simply. When someone needs help, we help them. Even our enemies. Zex-9 felt something break inside his chest. His whole life, he had been taught that enemies deserved death. That weakness deserved punishment. That only the strong mattered. But these humans showed mercy to everyone. A message came through on the long-range communication system. The Zeltarian symbol flashed on the screen. Zex-9's homeworld was calling. Commander Zex-9, said the voice of High Commander Kex-1, we have heard about your victory over the pirates. You are a hero to our people. The message continued. You defeated 20 enemy ships. You killed the pirate leader. You brought honor to the Zeltharian name. Return home immediately. A great celebration waits for you. Zex-9 looked at Captain Chen. Her face was sad but understanding. They want me to come home, he said. I know, she replied. You're a hero to your people now. What will you do? He asked. Chen smiled that strange human smile. Whatever you choose, we'll support you. That's what friends do. There was that word again. Friend. The humans still called him friend even though he might leave them. Over the next few hours, more messages came from his home world. They promised him medals, honors, and a high position in the defense fleet. They called him the greatest Zeltharian warrior in 1,000 years. But they never asked if he was hurt. They never asked if he needed help. They only cared about his victory. The humans were different. Dr. Martinez checked on his injuries every hour. Captain Chen brought him food and asked about his feelings. Even the young officers stopped by just to talk with him. Why do you care so much? Zex-9 asked Chen during one visit. Because you're part of our crew now, she said. You fought beside us. You saved our lives. That makes you family. Family. Not because of blood or species, but because of choice and loyalty. That evening, Zex-9 made his decision. He called Captain Chen to the bridge. The senior officers gathered around. Their faces showed concern and hope. I have chosen, Zex-9 said. I want to stay with you. I want to learn your ways. I want to be part of your family. Chen's smile was brighter than any star. Are you sure? You're giving up everything you've ever known. No, Zex-9 said. I'm gaining everything I never had. The crew cheered. They surrounded him with hugs and handshakes. For the first time in his life, Zex-9 felt truly welcomed, truly loved. The months that followed were the happiest of Zex-9's life. The humans taught him their customs, their values, their ways of solving problems without violence. He learned that strength came from helping others, not hurting them. That courage meant protecting the weak, not abandoning them. That true honor came from doing what was right, not what was easy. Captain Chen made him her cultural advisor. He helped the humans understand other alien species. He taught them about different worlds and customs. But more importantly, he helped rescue other abandoned beings they found in space. One day they received a distress signal from a damaged ship. Inside was a young alien whose crew had left him behind. The alien was scared and alone. He expected to die, but Zex-9 smiled at him with that strange expression he had learned from humans. "Don't worry," he said in the same warm voice Captain Chen had used with him. "We're here to help. You're safe now." As the alien's eyes filled with hope, Zex-9 realized something beautiful. He wasn't just learning human ways. He was helping to spread them across the galaxy. Sometimes family isn't about blood or species. Sometimes it's about who chooses to stay when everyone else leaves. And sometimes that choice changes the entire galaxy. The USS Mercy continued its journey through space, but now it carried something more than just a crew. It carried a new kind of hope. The hope that strangers could become family, that enemies could become friends, that one person's choice to show kindness could change everything. And in the quiet moments between stars, Zex-9 knew he had found his true home.